And for me, the biggest impact that I've experienced in my life has been meditation. It's absolutely transformed my life. And I'm not saying I'm able to do it amazingly every day. Some days it's tough. Some days I don't get time. Some days it's amazing. But the days that it's amazing, it carries on. It carries me through. So I say to people, and I'll say it again because I've said it for many years now, start meditating in any way. Because meditation is the closest thing to doing what the Guru says, which is close your distractions to the outside world and go and sit within your own self. Go, do it. And you might ask the follow-up question, which one? What meditation? There are hundreds of meditations. Pick one. Naam is one of them. Naam is more than a meditation. Naam is a lifestyle. Naam is a way of speaking with your inner voice. But that's not the only thing that the Guru is saying. The Guru is very clearly saying, go within yourself. Actually do that. Meditation means for some time in your day, sit and go within yourself. Because you can't just read this stuff. You can't just keep reading and bowing to it. And this again is going to be an answer that you're not going to hear from other people. They'll say, nope, Naam Simran is the only way. How do you know? Have you tried all the others way? No, the Guru says so. Well, I disagree. The Guru says, go within yourself. How are you going within yourself? So the method of going within yourself is something you need to figure out. And the analogy that I use, especially for my kids, the analogy that I use is like learning to swim. If you get into the water, you need to find a way to get to the other side. How you get to the other side is you try all the different ways to swim. And your swimming coach will show you multiple ways to get from A to B, to get from this side to that side. When you try lots of different ways to swim to the other side, one or two of them will be really easy for you. The forward stroke, the backstroke, one or two of them will be just second nature. Then you won't need to ask your teacher, which way shall I get to the other side? If the teacher just says, free swim, go from this side to that way, you'll pick the one that's easiest for you. But you'll only know which one is easiest for you when you've tried multiple different ways. So try to go within yourself. Sit with people who have gone within themselves and ask them, tell me, which way do you use? For me, the methods that I've used, I've tried lots of different ways. I've tried sitting in absolute silence. I've tried breath work and using the breath to focus my awareness, my attention, so that my mind doesn't go elsewhere. I've tried the body scan. I've tried multiple different ways, and they all help. And the thing that the Guru does is when you go within that space, your mind at that point is going to get bored. Then the Guru says, use Shabad. Use the Shabad as well as whatever technique you're using. Use Naam, use Mantar, use the word, the repetition of a word. But the Guru has an instruction how you use the word. Because those of you who would have tried it would have found that it's difficult if you're using the word in a really dry way. Waheguru, Waheguru can be a bit dry, can be a bit difficult. You say, I don't feel anything. The Guru says, you're not using the right emotion. There's an emotion that comes with this word, and that emotion is love. Use love. And when I tried all the different meditations, I realized love was the one that stuck with me. Love is the meditation for me that is so profound. So I go and I try and sit within myself, but using the mantra of love, not for a God that's outside, but for the experience of aliveness that's inside and outside. And I say, thank you. You're amazing. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being here. Love is my meditation. I'm being really honest with you right now, what I do. But I've tried the silence one. And sometimes silence is beautiful and sometimes silence is really difficult. And I've tried the meditations of being aware of my own awareness. And that's amazing too. So this is why I say try different meditations. But Naam is not just a sitting down saying Waheguru. Naam is a lifestyle. Naam is a meditation that doesn't require you just to sit down. The Guru has given us a meditation that can be done 24 hours a day. Right now, I can be having a conversation to you and there can be Naam going on. And that Naam is saying, this is also Waheguru. This is also Waheguru. All of this is Waheguru. That's what works for me. That's the meditation that you can do 24 hours a day. Look, the Guru's given you a meditation that's a 24-hour, 24/7 meditation. That's the Uthat, Baithat, Sovat, Jagat meditation that you can do when you're standing and you're sitting, when you're sleeping and when you're awake meditation. The Guru's given you a very sophisticated technique. But that technique can sometimes be difficult to start with. So I say, complement them with other techniques. Try them. What have you got to lose? You've only got something to gain, but start. And that's my advice to every single person in this room from every age. I've been teaching my kids meditation since they were 2 years old. They still don't want to do it. It's difficult. But there are times where they say, Dad, today I'll lead the meditation. And my 10-year-old and my 8-year-old sometimes sit with us and we sit together as a family and they say, I'll lead the meditation. And they say, close your eyes and slow your breathing. And they're doing a guided meditation on me. And it's amazing. And I bow down to the Guru and I say, if I've given them one thing, I've given them meditation. That can stay with them. Now the question is, what is meditation trying to do? To me, what meditation is trying to do is it gives you a baseline. Let me explain. All day, every day, your emotions go up and down. In fact, when you wake up in the morning, you have no idea what kind of emotions you're going to go through in that day. You can't predict them. We're almost the victim of our emotions. We don't know. It's random. You can get up and feel really great. Somebody says one thing and all of a sudden you're in a rage. You didn't plan it, it just happened. So your emotions go up and down all day. Sometimes you feel very excited and sometimes you feel very low. And children do this and grown-ups do this. When you meditate, you experience a calmness. When you know what calmness, tranquility, sahaj feels like, then whatever emotion you go through, at some points of the day when you're feeling really down or really angry or really agitated, you'll realize this is not the best way I know how to feel. I know a better way and I know how to get there. That's what meditation does for me. It gives me a baseline of stillness and peace so that when I go through my emotional roller coaster every day, I'm reminded, oh, do you remember you felt really peaceful this morning? Now's the time to switch that back on. And the better you get at meditation, the better you're able to switch on your own peace. You're able to switch yourself back into that mode. And so you need to practice being able to swim. That's what I call being able to swim. Being able to just float. But you need to practice stillness, practice peace. And I always say to my kids, when you fall in deep waters, that's not when you learn how to swim. That's not the time to start learning how to swim. You need to learn how to swim so that when you get into trouble, you know how to float. When you're in this emotional roller coaster, that's not the time that you say to people, right, give me meditation. You need to practice meditation so that you can get yourself out of your own emotional roller coaster. And that is something that's personal to you. And I say to everyone, please meditate. If you take one thing away from today's session, if you forget everything that I've said, I don't mind. Please go home and try something, and don't expect it to be a miracle the first time. You don't get into the swimming pool on day one of your lesson and expect to be able to swim flawlessly. You don't. So don't expect to be able to meditate flawlessly on day one. Try and try and try again, and it will work. And if the first one doesn't work, try the second one. Second one doesn't work, the third one. One of them will stick. So that's my honest reply to you. Please try meditating. It will change all of your lives. And then Gurbani will make so much more sense, because then you're actually trying what the Guru says. Go within yourself. Understand who you are. Understand what is the nature of me. Understand how do I cause my own suffering, because you'll be able to see your own suffering. You'll be able to see your own homme, your own ego, your own sense of self. And then with the Guru's grace and with the Shabad, you'll be able to remove that sense of self. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you benefited from that. If you'd like to help us create more spiritual content, then head over to our website nanaknaam.org/donate and think about setting up a regular monthly donation. We're a 100% non-profit organization, so all the donations that you give us go directly into the charity and that help us to create and share Gurmat spiritual wisdom.